Look how far we've come, all the things we've done. Did it all with love, beauty from the bottom up. All I want is you, you're my favorite view. But there's nothing more, girl, you make my heart beat.
And we are back.
Welcome back, you beautiful bitches.
Season 3, episode 42, but this is the first time we've ever done a 3-part back-to-back.
Yes.
So for those of you who don't know, we record all these live for Patreon. And for our Patreon members who missed them live, they get an unedited version after the fact. So the chick that wrote in saw the unedited version, and then we finished it, and she sent an email update before we got a chance to record the other ones.
Yeah.
So now we have an update email. So October is primarily her content. It's crazy. Crazy.
That is pretty crazy, but that shows what happens when you're attentive.
Yeah.
Yeah. We also send out emails when your email is done.
Yep.
So.
Yep, she's definitely on top of it.
It's also useful to say update email.
Yeah.
My email was read, so-and-so. Update to everything. You'll get moved up.
Yeah, we really enjoy the updates, guys, like a lot. So, and this is actually in the feel good folder. So this could be a quick email and like that be the end of the episode. We will have to move into thank yous, but I'm thinking this will probably take up a whole episode. As of right now, we've recorded over 7 hours of content for this chick.
That's crazy.
And I've gotten it down to 2 hours of each video for content.
Okay.
Lots of editing has had to happen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anything you want to talk about before we jump into the email?
I have all kinds of shit to talk about. We could have a whole ass episode of me running my fucking mouth. Like,
Okay.
I got 10 cubic yards of mulch delivered today.
Yeah.
You're getting old and you're excited about fucking mulch, man. Like,
There's a lot out there.
I took a picture of it and sent it to Curtis. I'm like, all right, bro, we're ready. Like, I got some extra trees for you. I got mulch. Let's go. And he's like, okay, I see what you did. We'll be getting, hopefully we'll get enough mulch around the base of the trees that those roots can cool off, because it was 112 degrees out here the other day. Like the heat index hit 112, which is, with our humidity is fucking horrible.
Yeah.
It's like riding around underneath a morbidly obese woman's tit in the desert. That's what it feels like outside.
Yeah. As a formerly morbidly obese woman, that's exactly, that's a pretty good description.
It's funny. We started looking for places to rent for an Airbnb on the west coast of the United States, not on the west coast of Florida, to do a retreat. And I was really trying to get us close to the redwoods, and I've been talking to Jay and trying to facilitate all that. And he, sent me a couple places, but there's not been a space big enough for us to hold a retreat over there. That's not like $17,000 for a weekend.
It's insane.
Yeah, and even then, it's not close enough to the redwoods where we want to be. So we started looking at Vegas. I found like 4 places in Vegas that are between 5 and 8 bedrooms. It's still more expensive than what it would be to do in Florida, especially when you factor in our cost to travel and shit. But I still think we should maybe try to do a Vegas retreat this year.
Okay.
I mean,
When?
It's probably October. I think if we did the last week of October from like the 24th to the 30th, that way we could pick the kids up from school on the 31st. If there is school on the 31st, or still be back for Halloween, either way. Shay said, have y'all been to Sedona, Arizona? We have. Sedona's the shit. We could do Sedona too, but Sedona cost us a lot of money. When we did Sedona, we rented we stayed at the Hilton at Bell Rock.
We lost a lot of money that trip.
That was a fucking huge slap in the face. It was because we were going out there to interview somebody and they bailed on us last minute. Yep.
10 minutes before we left the hotel room.
Yeah.
They bailed on us.
Yep. That'd be a thing.
Yeah.
It's a thing. They were like, we can give you $500 as a sorry. I'm like, that $500 doesn't cover the cost of our flights, let alone the hotel stay, the rental car, and all the shit that we did to come out here. Like, you fuck. So I think we should look into doing that. If we did Nevada, it's still close enough that people like Graciela could drive, or Jay and Krista can come. They live in Vegas, but anybody that wanted to come and stay in a retreat with us the way that we've done Florida, that we could make that a thing.
Right.
And if we were able to sell it just enough to make the money back for our trip, it would be worth going, because it gets us out of Florida for a couple of days.
Yeah.
Maybe try to make a full week out of it and do like the big Airbnb for the retreat and then a small one for just us. Or like
So rent 2?
Yeah.
Okay.
It'd be way cheaper.
Yeah.
But
I'm on board with that. I think a retreat in Nevada, Vegas it'd be fun.
yeah.
Different environment, different energy, especially if we're like bordering the desert. Like we're not in a little community that's an HOA and there's a bunch of houses around us.
Well, there's still be a bunch of that. I don't know if we'd be able to find something that far out in the desert. You know, I didn't even think to look for that.
No?
I'm willing to bet there's some gangster ass homestead, like eco homes out there that run full solar and like all that shit. I'm gonna have to dig deeper on that one.
I know that, I'm not going to say that I know because I could be mixing things up at this point. If I'm recalling correctly, there are like eco underground houses. So when you go down into it, so your head level with the ground, and it maintains its own temperature because it's below the soil.
Yep.
And I believe those are for rent.
Want to buy a bunker for that exact thing.
Yeah.
Out in the middle of nowhere, like 30 feet underground.
30 feet underground, I think, is going to do the same thing to me as 30 feet above the ground.
You wouldn't even know.
Yeah?
Nope, you wouldn't even know.
I remember being very, very young, and the family went to Ruby Falls in Tennessee, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
And I thought it was cool as hell to be underground. It was like, what, 120 feet?
It's like 11 stories. It's under there, yeah.
Thinking about that now gives me the heebie-jeebies.
Zenergy said there's a couple mansions my friend rents for his birthday every year. I will send you the info. Please do. If we make it out there, are you going to come, Zen? That would be pretty dope if you could.
That would be pretty dope.
So the question is do we do a couples retreat or like a co-ed retreat out there and sell rooms, or do we just rent it and have people come over one night? Because if they just come over, we don't have to get anything fancy. We could just do a little mini party.
Yeah.
But if people are going to be staying, we have to get the bigger space.
I'm going to have to put thought into that.
Okay.
Okay, so this says, hello again. Thank you guys for reading my email. So much has changed since that email, and I wanted to touch on a few things for clarity on my situation as a whole.
Okay.
But I'll try my best to keep it shortened but detailed. My childhood traumas, teenage traumas, adult traumas, relationship traumas have all come together to create the most beautiful storm you've ever seen. You know that view of a bright sunny day with blue skies, and in the distance, you just see dark gray moving in. It looks beautiful and inviting almost, but you know what's coming with it. My story is a lot like that. I was having to slip nitroglycerin under my dad's tongue at 9 years old to keep him around for me to continue to take care of until I was of age. Enduring SA, depression of my own, abandonment from my mother, and seeking the love I needed through men that took advantage in ways I should have seen coming. I was naive with a victim mentality. I sent myself down my own path of addiction, several of them actually. My kids grew more distant. 3 divorces in, I still wasn't the problem. Long story short, I was probably one of the shittiest people you could cross paths with. It's crazy how the quote-unquote shittiest people are the most damaged ones.
Normally.
But they don't view themselves that way.
Well, because it's easier to be a victim.
Right, versus broken by what you've been through.
Yeah. But on the other side of that, the people who've had it the hardest normally end up becoming the best if they heal. Like
yes.
they become amazing versions of themselves if they're able to heal because they've lived all the shitty.
The duality,
right? It's a balance.
Yeah. I got tired of being a failure, which is much different than being fed up with looking like a failure. I wanted the change for myself, not because I disapproved of my character appearance to others. I didn't want to be angry anymore. I was done being sad. So I ran to the edge of the earth and threw my hands up to the universe. What am I doing? Why am I choosing to be miserable while claiming to be chasing happiness? Is this what it's like to be insane? Yes. Yep. Definitely not alone in that experience.
Right.
I moved to the beach to be a beach bum. I had a job working night shift as a night auditor in these awesome resorts in Florida. So I spent every single day watching the sunrise, dolphins hunt and play. Some days I even watched the sharks. I didn't get in the water on those days. I was finally healing. I was learning to be myself. And in that, I discovered I had never felt what it was like to be genuinely happy.
It's such a horrible feeling. That realization it hurts.
It's bittersweet.
Yeah.
Definitely is a painful one. But now you know what pain truly feels like.
Yeah. That realization that comes from that moment of pain, though, is one of those things that forces you to change. Mm-hmm. Like, I don't know how old this person is, but I've experienced that. And you have that moment in your life, well, fuck, I'm this age. Like, do I really want to live the rest of my life like this? Or am I finally going to fucking gain control of my life and start making changes to be happy? That I deserve to be happy and experience what I have right now, at least once in my life, is why I didn't kill myself. That was the one thought that kept me here. And now I have all this dope shit.
Yeah.
Amazing marriage.
You want to hear something wild?
Sure.
You saying, it's a little bit of a side rail. You saying that triggered a thought. I saw something today that Jim Carrey in 1990 was broke.
Yep.
And he wrote on a piece of paper or a napkin or something, pretty much payment $10 million for acting services rendered. Mm-hmm. And he said, by 1995, this is going to be real for me.
He manifested it.
And in 1994, he had 3 hit box office movies.
Yep.
And made the $10 million.
Yeah, he did. And you know what? All of that started because somebody gave him a break on In Living Color.
Really?
Yeah, he was a nobody comedian, and somebody happened to see his stand up and offered him residency on that show, and he fucking took it. And like, when you watch In Living Color, Jim Carrey was one of the hardest working guys on that show. Like, everybody had their little skits or whatever, but like, he was fucking invested. He's actually talked about that since then. He's like, I am all of those characters, but I am none of those characters, including Jim Carrey. He's like, even Jim Carrey that everybody knows is an act. That's not really me. I didn't know who I was. Like, that's a fucking very introspective thinker and a very broken human being.
Yeah, what a thing to say too. It's really hard to. I am nowhere near Jim Carrey's level by any means. Having that separation though from who I am behind the cameras and who I am on camera, there are times where I'm like, am I Peaches? Or am I like the real version of me outside of the world perspective of it?
I think that you're pretty authentically you off and on camera though.
Yeah. I wasn't expecting to make, oh God, I'm emotional.
I'm very shocked that Jim Carrey didn't go the Robin Williams route.
Me too. First, I just chuckled because when we're sitting over here crying, I'm crying about a man. Doesn't know about our existence, but we admire him.
Absolutely.
And are using his manifestation and success as an example to help others. He doesn't know we exist.
Nope.
But I hope he feels that energy. And then his death is going to probably hit me like Robin Williams.
Oh, yeah. Robin Williams was the only celebrity that's ever passed that like actually affected me. Because that was my entire childhood. Like, I grew up watching Dead Poets Society. Like, he has been a fixture of movies in my entire existence. And like, he had such a huge thing from like serious roles to comedy to depression and dark. Like, he did all of it. Like, he was a fucking master at his craft. And like the movies that he did, like 1 Hour Photo, like that movie was creepy as fuck.
Yeah.
For what it was. Like, yeah.
I don't think I've ever heard of that.
He was he developed film, and he was infatuated with somebody else's life. And like, she would come over and like have photos developed, and he would print doubles and take them home. It was fucked up. We'll watch it. It's a great movie.
Oh, I'm down.
Yeah. Yep.
No, I worry about shit like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Developing film and worrying about somebody keeping copies of it.
Yeah. Well, especially for who we are. Now that's a real fucking concern. Before it wasn't a concern for me.
Right.
It's like, fuck it. Who gives a shit? You know? But now it's like, oh, that's blackmail shit. Like,
I worry about printing photos of the kids and stuff too.
yeah, I get that.
Takes one weird person at their job to break the rules a little bit.
Yeah. Well, 1 Hour Photo will make you never want to send film off to be developed ever again.
Print it at home.
Yep.
I was finally healing. I was learning to be by myself. And in that, I discovered I'd never really felt like what it was to be genuinely happy. I was finally happy, but I had lost everyone in my life at this point. My own fault. But now I'm paying consequences of a person I no longer relate to. That's not me anymore.
I don't like that. Your life has gotten you to where you are. Mm-hmm. Those things happened. Unless you're like doing prison time or like, you know what I mean? Like, you've had like horrific things happen that you're still like currently going through.
Right.
That you have a clean slate. That shit that happened yesterday. I view all of my past as a great lesson. Like it's all a learning lesson. I'm not sad or upset or broken about any of it.
Right.
Even my abuse, like fucking let's go. I love who I am now. Like there's a joy in this, and I wouldn't be able to have what I have if I didn't understand what I had to go through to get here. So I think that's a perspective thing. When people look back and they have that sorrow about what's going on in their life because of the past, like I'm paying for those sins, like be grateful for them.
I agree. I agree with everything you said. It's also not your problem that people are holding on to that past version of you. Something catch your eye?
She's in the chat. Don't get me wrong, I wouldn't change the things I've gone through because it made me who I am now. That's not what I meant. I just meant that it sucks paying those consequences now versus in the moment.
Yeah, that is that long-term investment showing up.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
There's always a cost to everything.
Yeah, and that's also a learning lesson.
Yep.
My oldest son, who is 20, won't even answer my calls, doesn't even open my texts. My younger son is 18, and I've never seen someone that depressed. Seeing how much I hurt my kids hurt me so much. I'm still having a hard time with that. What kind of mother was I? I wasn't. I have missed a lot, and I've caused a lot of damage to those poor, undeserving men that I created.
Right, but some of my questions to that is, what are you doing about it now? Right, like all that past shit is done. This is what I was talking about a minute ago.
Yeah.
Like you can start to heal that shit. He's 18. He's a baby still. Both of them are. I'm halfway through with my life, according to like the typical time frame. I should be going through a midlife crisis in the next year or so. I think I've done my quarter life, so like I'm almost to the midlife crisis part. You can make amends in like 20 years is a long fucking time. From my age 20 to 44, that 24 years is vastly different. The way I love, the way I read, the way I interpret, and the way I engage is so vastly different that like you have a whole lot of time to heal, assuming your clock doesn't run out. Right? We all don't know when our expiration date is going to be. It could be tomorrow for me. I may not make that midlife crisis that I think is coming. I don't want to believe that though, right? Like I have the full belief that I'm going to live to be triple digits.
Yeah.
So
That's my goal.
it's going to happen for me.
Yeah.
I'm going to live long enough to take my consciousness and stick it into a robot. Transhumanism. Let's
Oh,
go.
God, it's terrifying, but I'm on board.
I'm ready. Could
I'll
you imagine?
make sure it happens for you, and I'll be uploaded too.
You know that you remember Battle Angel? What is it? Alita Battle Angel or whatever it was?
Yes.
I want to be the cyborg guy that was just a brain and a face and everything else was metal.
Yeah. Word.
Yep. And you can even give like I could programmable accents. Could wake up and have a different voice every day. And I wouldn't have back pain. Like
That's true.
Yep. And then when I got tired of my face or I started getting wrinkles because I just get a new face.
Right.
Just have them DNA clone it from like 10 years ago so that it's always
Keep one on
Me.
hand growing.
yeah.
Have all the vats in your closet. Okay, so getting back into the email, I don't know if this is currently happening or if this is you revisiting thoughts because you're continuing on with the beach bum life in the next sentence. If this is currently happening, those children need a moment to reset. And I know it's going to be painful. I know with everything storming inside of you, it's going to be really hard to not take it personally. The same way that you have had to and are continuing to heal from the people who have hurt you, they're going to have to do that. And at a certain point in your health journey, I'm at a point now, I've forgiven all of my abusers.
Same.
There's not a single nasty thing I want to say to them. I'm not angry about it anymore. I'm not giving you money.
Yeah, right. If I was her, I would start by just trying to be there. Just hold space. Take them to lunch or dinner. Just ask them about their life. Don't judge.
Yeah.
You know, when they tell you about new things that's going on, even if you think it's something that you would disagree with, just ask them if they're happy. You need to regain a relationship, like reestablish a relationship, and you need to regain their trust. You know, and it's one of those things that like if they don't respect you right now, trying to give them their life advice is not going to be well received because the respect's not there. Like if I don't respect somebody and they try to tell me something, you ain't telling me shit.
Yeah.
And that is actually a character flaw that I need to work on. Because I'm not taking money advice from broke people, right? Like I'm not taking life advice from somebody who hasn't done shit with their life. But you know, there's the reverse side of that is that broke guy could have had, you know, hundreds of millions of dollars and lost it all with a really stupid mistake. And that stupid mistake is what he's trying to share. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
there's got to be a patience that has to be involved in all of that. And it takes time to hash that out. That foundation has to be rebuilt.
She said, I text them both every single day to remind them I love them and keep them updated on myself. I am actively trying to get them to do things with me, but they won't answer my calls or texts. My advice would be back off a little bit. I would send them a text message and say, I am reaching out every day and saying the things that I need to say to ease something inside of me. And I'm recognizing that maybe you don't need this from me right now. So I'm going to take the no reply to my calls and my texts that you need space. You know that I love you. I've said it every day since I have started, however long that's been for you. And I am here when, if you want to, when you need me, talk to me. Be mad at me. I would also open that gate of, if you want to tell me how pissed off you are at me and how, just let the floodgates go.
I'll listen and I won't
Yeah.
react.
I'm not going to take it personally. I know I did things to you, and I would like to hear from you
Yeah.
what that was like, so we can move forward and repair. And I would leave it at that. It is.
I would also at that point continue to send I'm thinking about you texts.
Yeah. I wouldn't do it daily.
No, but just,
Yeah.
you know, she's got 2 kids. So in the event that she's thinking of one of them, like, you know, maybe one of her kids is into surfing
Yeah.
and there's a guy out there surfing and she's like, man, I miss my son. Hey, I just saw a dude surfing. It made me think of you. I love you. And this needs to be the end of it.
Yeah. I agree. Those thoughtful moments, I 100% agree with.
I know, and I don't know if I'm going to leave this in.
Okay.
I know that when people write in, sometimes they get real butthurt because of our responses.
Yeah.
And I know that there have been people who have not taken our episodes well. And I know there have been people who have not taken it well and then come back to it being like, no, you were right, which is always a very gratifying thing.
Yes.
But it's very cool to see that this chick is part of our community. And after the other 2 episodes, she's still here.
Yeah.
Right? Like, yeah.
I see you not taking shit personally and growing.
Yeah. Yeah.
This stuff isn't easy, and you're doing it with an audience.
Yeah. Which makes it even fucking harder.
Yeah. I think that also makes it a little bit easier.
Do you? Why do you think it makes it easier?
Because even though we're doing this with an audience, nobody knows who this chick is.
That's true. There's still anonymity there. I would also like to point out that her story has drastically changed the course of another person's relationship. This story has has vastly
100%.
Yep. I'm going to go as far as to say from the conversations that we've had privately, I'm willing to bet that this has actually saved a relationship. And that's it. And this hasn't even made it to the general masses yet. That's just within our community.
Yeah.
So
I'm going to get back into the email, I promise. She sent another comment that I want to touch on. That's going to be so hard to do, but I'm going to take that advice. I thought facing myself was the hardest part of my journey until I saw the damage I caused to my boys. I would view this as the next step of what I need to do to find me, to repair with my boys. I think there's going to be a little bit of an ego death in this for you.
hopefully.
Not a bad thing, but I hope that on the other side of this, it's calm waters for you and peace. No matter the outcome of all of it, I hope that there's peace and acceptance.
Before you pick that up, there's 2 comments in the chat right now about this being the best cult ever. And like, dude, you guys, I don't think you understand how bad I want to roll with the cult thing.
We were told to lay off of it.
We were, because I want to lean into that. I think it's funny.
Yeah.
And by definition, it's true.
Correct.
So like, I don't think I don't think it's a big deal, right? Like, so to me, because by true definition, we have our own language. We have our own rules and guidelines to our lives.
We do.
We have our own clothing.
It was just acid reflux.
Okay.
We have our own clothing.
I have something for that.
Do you? Oh my gosh. My husband taking care of me. Can you baby word it?
You don't want that.
Thank you. Oh, these are terrible.
Yep.
Oh my God. What is this?
Chew it up and swallow it. It's apple cider vinegar and gummies. Just get it down.
I'm here for business.
That's funny. And I don't remember what I was talking about with the whole, Aaron said, new shirts. We actually were going to do a cult shirt. We were going to say I joined a cult and all I got was this lousy t-shirt for our newest shirt drop. And we didn't because we were told to lay off the cult thing.
Poco, you telling me to just swallow it? I just almost gagged. It was so hard.
I eat those every day. They're not that bad.
I would rather take the shot.
Yeah?
That felt like torture.
The shot works better, especially in the moment of having it. But if you were to take those every day, you wouldn't have acid reflux anymore.
Yeah.
If you were to take a single tablespoon of apple cider vinegar with mother and drink it as a shot every single morning for like 2 weeks, the acidity in your stomach would rebalance. All of that shit that you get at nighttime would go away. Completely go away.
I knew that.
I know you did because I've told you.
Well, I also knew that beforehand.
That's why we have it.
So I left the beach to try to mend things with my kids. As a beach bum, I didn't exactly have anything saved up. I finally talked to my mom, who I had been avoiding for months. She was willing to let me stay there. I slept on the floor in her sewing room. No mattress, with reminders every day on how I'm using her. And I'll never change. I'll never amount to anything in life. Why can't I be successful like my brother? Sorry, Mom. I don't have a business for you to manage for me to keep myself employed. This was last November around Thanksgiving. Christmas rolled around. I finally have a mattress, but I'm still on the floor. Okay, so I want to pause there. So that negative thinking spiral, valid. We've all been there, especially with people with the registry of mental health issues. Perspective shift for the people who are listening who are currently in that spiral. I'm not sleeping on a street tonight. I haven't talked to my mom in months and she still let me come home.
Yeah.
Replace the self-pity, the self-hatred, the perpetual thoughts of I'll never be better than what I currently am with gratitude.
Gratitude is everything. Mm-hmm. That's where I was going with that too mentally before you even said it.
Can't be depressed if you're thankful.
That's it. Can't be angry if you're thankful. Yep. Can't be angry while you're laughing and having a good time.
Right.
Every parent on the planet's been like, stop it. I'm trying to be serious while their kids are making them laugh because the shit's funny.
Yeah.
You can't be angry and have that joy and gratitude. It doesn't work that way. Our bodies physically can't do it.
Yeah.
So
kids get me with that all the time.
I also would like to point out that I have been where this woman is.
Yeah.
I've been homeless 3 times. And I don't mean like just like slept outside a couple nights. I mean like had everything I owned was in a fucking backpack. Like no extra clothes because there was no room in there. I had to wear the clothes that I owned until I was able to find a couch to sleep on. Mm-hmm. And then once I found that couch and was able to get a job, and it's happened. I've had to start over a bunch, but just because you've been there doesn't mean that you can't come out the other side of this shit. You get better every time.
Right.
And you're never starting from scratch.
No, you're starting with a leg up from the last time this happened.
Right, because you have the knowledge you didn't have before. Yep. There's a superpower in knowing that I got this no matter what. And there's an air of confidence. And the universe sees that shit too. Universe is like, I'm going to go fuck with somebody else because I know he's not going to tolerate that shit.
Yeah. The only thing that's going to stop this person is death.
Yeah, right. Well, and sometimes the universe has got to call on a homie and make that shit happen, but we're not there yet.
What do you mean?
Death.
Oh, you mean like, all right, the Grim Reaper? I finally have a mattress, but I'm still on the floor. Still trying to find a job. I have applications out everywhere. No one's calling me back. That's when I become a nuisance.
That's when I start my own shit.
Yeah?
Yep. You got a car? Email her? I didn't. Which means you do now because you didn't say no. So now you've leveled up and got a car. So even if you don't have a job, go into that. Keep reading. All right, I'll stop and wait.
Okay.
I'm not gonna wait because this is relevant to other people that are listening. And in the event that they're not gonna make it to the podcast, I need to say this now. If you have a vehicle, there are so many things like freecycle.com, Marketplace Free, all of those free things where you can go and get things for free, bring them home, clean them, and resell them. And it might not make you a lot of money right away, but if you do that long enough, you'll have enough items always for sale that you can make a couple $100 every single day doing that shit. And while you're waiting for a job to call you back, that's your hustle.
Yeah.
And then when the job is like, well, I can give you $20 an hour. If you do the math of what you're making versus what the job is going to pay you, it might not be worth it to take the job. Yeah. That's an entrepreneurial mindset versus.
Yeah.
Yep. And there's also things like Rat Race Rebellion, where if you have an internet connection, you don't need to go get a job. You can do everything from home. Yep.
For the people who don't want to do that, go start knocking on their doors. Start calling them.
Yeah.
There are people who aren't, I was going to say built to do that, and it's not what it is. They're just not willing to. So if you'd rather have the job and they're not calling you back, you got to start beating on that door.
Yeah. It's crazy that the future generation doesn't understand that. Everything is apply online now.
Right. I walked through Kohl's yesterday, day before. It was yesterday. We recorded that episode for The Good Wives. And I was looking for a hat. I was walking around the store and there was this older woman and she asked an employee about something. And the employee looked at her and said, "Oh, it's all digitized now. Do you have the app?" And she was like, "No, I don't have the app. I don't know how to do that." And I was like, oh my God.
That's where we're at. Pretty soon that employee won't exist. There'll be a scan barcode. Have questions about an item, scan this, and we'll send an employee to you. That will reduce the number of employees that are on the day shift, move more to the night shift to stock, and then you'll have 2 or 3 people that work the floor plus the cash register if there's somebody at the cash register.
I hate this.
It's where it's going.
I know. Wall-E is becoming more and more of a realistic thing.
Yep.
February rolls around. Now I'm just wallowing around in this toxically seated environment, and I have no way out. I don't have a car. My mom lives in the country. Uber is expensive. I'm freaking trying my hardest, but good grief. I'm too short to be jumping all these hurdles. I'm trying to heal. Yeah, the thing about healing is that it's not a walk through a meadow.
No.
This peace is earned, and it's a gift to yourself for all of your hard work. I found someone on Facebook that needed a roommate 2 hours away. Macon was a bigger city with more jobs. Dude said it would be super easy to find a job. I had a bicycle. I could take it and the bus to get to where I needed to go. I was used to that. That's how I rolled in Florida. We were only supposed to be roommates. But Peaches, you were right. Men and women should not be roommates. I had my own room, but that didn't last long. A lot of this population lacks self-control, willpower, discipline. Get wrapped up in the, I haven't been in proximity of someone like this for 3 years. This is kind of nice.
Yep.
And then primal instincts take over. You remember those scoffs and eye rolls? Well, the thing about domestic violence is that's how it starts. I've been in quite a few. I don't know why I avoided the red flags. Was it comfort? Was it that you were willing to overlook them because there was like a desperate grabbing from like abandonment, or I don't want to go back to a hard life, right? Everybody knows why they stay. I knew why I stayed. Facing that inside of yourself sucks because then you have to acknowledge that you let you down. But I think that's a part of that health journey. Now I'm going to speak for myself in this. I felt like I owed it to the version of me that went through that. Why did I put myself through that? Why did you allow this to happen to yourself? Holding yourself accountable for the things that you put yourself through is part of loving yourself.
Yeah. It's where journaling comes into great play, because you can have that introspective thought and play it out on paper.
Yeah. It escalated quickly. I found an opportunity to leave when he went to the store. I knew I only had minutes, so I threw what I could into my backpack and took off on foot. My bike was down for the count. Now I'm realizing that he probably slashed my tires because it was my only way out. Do not ignore isolation.
Them Chevrolet legs still work, though. This is one of those things that I've said it before and before. When you're ready to go, you'll go. It ain't a matter. Nothing's going to stop you.
Nothing's going to stop you.
Yep.
I think that this is also a cautionary tale of even when you're desperate to make something happen in your life, be careful who you allow to help you with that.
Oh, yeah.
Continuing, I ended up another 2 hours north in a domestic violence shelter. This was it. This was my rock bottom. I had nowhere to go, no way to get there, no one to rely on. The only thing left to do was to stand the fuck up, so that's what I did. Day 2 in the shelter, I had a job land in my lap. Went into Little Caesars for cheap food. Manager saw me upset and we talked. He gave me a job on the spot. 3-mile walk, but I didn't care. 3 days working. I'm promoted to assistant manager. After 3 weeks in the shelter, I found an elderly lady who was looking to rent a room to a female. Y'all, that's the move. The amount of women I've seen on social media who rent a room from an older woman and their lives are thriving. They're learning life skills from those ladies, getting advice, avoiding mistakes. That's what I would be seeking out. If I was looking for a roommate and I didn't have friends and I was going to go to social media, I would look for an old woman and I would meet her first.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to get catfished by some neckbeard man.
3 miles isn't shit for walk. Like that's nothing. It's, it's a 30-minute walk.
Yeah.
45 minutes at most. Like, even if it's an hour, it's not that big of a deal. Just, you know what I mean? Like, unless you live in Florida, then you're dealing with swamp ass when you get there. You got a Navy bath in the bathroom, but who gives a fuck?
Change your clothes in your backpack.
Right. The real thing that I want to point out here is that she took action and the universe got out of her way.
Yeah.
We have talked at length on this podcast about when you're ready to do something, you just start making the steps to do it. Everything that I've ever done in life that has been successful has been like, I want to do this thing. What do I need to do? And I just start doing the thing, whether it's, start looking for equipment or trying to find a place to rent or whatever the case may be. I don't really have a plan. I just know that I want to get there. And in order to get there, all of this shit has to happen. So what can I do right now at the very minimum to like start going? Mm-hmm. And it works. The universe gets out of your fucking way when it sees that you're determined. She was able to get out of there, get into a shelter and find a job in a couple of days.
Yep.
And the job didn't fall into your lap. The universe is like, all right, you're finally fucking taking control of your life. Let's see what you're going to do with it.
Yeah.
Here's some opportunity. Okay, you took the advantage. Here's a little more opportunity. Like, what?
Do you remember that opening scene in Skyrim?
Nope.
Where you're in the back of a wagon and the guy's like, you're awake. That's how I feel the universe is. Once you start getting your shit together, they're like, oh, okay. Now you've opened your eyes. After 3 weeks in the shelter, I found an elderly lady who was looking to rent a room to a female. This family is now my family. You guys, I'm driving a freaking Benz. Who am I? I made it. And I made it all on my own. I can only keep trying to reconnect with my kids. The only way to prove to them of my genuine progress is to just keep living exactly as I am. Stay on track. I have a support team now, a positive one. It took me going through all of those things to be able to really appreciate the values of life that I have right now. They'll come around when they're ready. I'm still going to text and call, though. I don't care how annoyed they get. So I want to pause there again. I love everything in this email. The only thing that I'm going to strongly stand against is disregarding their feelings in this matter. Blowing them up and calling and texting is to satiate maybe the guilt, or there's something within inside of you that's being pushed through that, because the kids don't need it right now. They don't want it right now. It's just like taking a baby to Disney and saying it's their first vacation. That vacation's for you. It's not for the baby. Right?
It also could feel like love bombing.
Yeah. I see that you're a loving mom in this. I don't want you to feel like me saying these things devalues you or that you should feel like a bad mom. Any mom would be doing this. This is one of those moments where you're not in service to yourself, you're in service to the people around you. It's a lot. It's a lot to live this life. Did all of that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Stop doing that. You do that a lot.
Okay.
And in the event that what you're saying doesn't make sense, I'll be like, babe, that didn't make sense. But I've been cutting that out of the podcast as I've been editing.
Okay. I didn't realize I said it that way.
Remember that confidence that you had earlier because of what you had saw while I was editing?
Yeah.
Instill that into your daily life.
Okay.
If I don't understand, I'll tell you I don't get it.
Okay. Storms can sometimes be just a drizzle, but they can also be the scariest things you'll ever witness. Those storms create new canvases to tell another story. If you have survived your storm, don't focus so much on the damages in the moment. When the sun comes back out, you'll be glad you didn't allow yourself to drown in the floods. That was very well worded. I like that. Quick shout out to those in the Discord for encouraging me, talking with me, and listening to me rant through my experience in the shelter. And the ways some of you were so eager to help. You guys really kept me motivated, but I hope you all understand that I had to do all of it on my own. I love this community so much, you have no idea.
I think this is a good place to plug the Patreon and the Discord. I know that every episode we have that little Discord insert. But when we tell you guys that we have a community there that is unlike any community that you will ever join, we mean that shit.
Full chest.
Right? Like there is And it's not a free thing where people can just go and hang out. Like, people have to invest money to be there.
Yes.
So you're not getting bullshit and like trolls and hate and ugly. Everybody is there to like build and help and grow and evolve. And it is a fucking dope ass community. If you guys are not a part of our Patreon and you crave any type of community, or you think that you are ready to level up in life, you need to join our Patreon and get into our Discord.
Yes. This is also a zero tolerance community. So people bringing in bullshit are very quickly seeing their way back out.
A lot of people find themselves out very quick.
Yes.
Yeah. And it's cheaper than going to Starbucks 3 times a month.
It is. It is.
So
it is cheaper than one of our Starbucks runs.
it is. $15 a month is not a lot of money.
It's not.
It's
a lot.
50 cents a day.
Yeah.
Really, if you can't afford that, and like, it could be a priority thing. Maybe you just don't want to be there. I can understand that, but
Yeah.
you can absolutely find a way to come up with $15 a month. Crackheads get high every day. Don't be outdone by a crackhead. Where are your priorities? Let's go.
That just made me want to sit up straighter.
For 50 cents a day, you can be a part of the best cult ever. All I can think of is the old commercials of the starving kids in Africa. For 10 cents a day, you can adopt this child. Yeah. Let's get back. Is that the end of the email?
That was the end of the email. Seeking honest and balanced advice on complex relationship dynamics. Hi, Chris and Peaches. Please note names used in this email have been changed. I'm writing to you because I'm struggling with a relationship that I've been deeply committed to for many years. I'm 25. My partner is 24. We live together. We've known each other since we were teenagers and have shared a long and complex history filled with love, pain, growth, and reoccurring uncertainty. I want to be as honest and fair as I can. This isn't just about my perspective. I need insight that considers both of us and what's really going on beneath the surface. Cut that sentence. My gosh. I need insight that considers both of us and what's going on beneath the surface. We first started dating when I was 17 and he was 16. From the beginning, there was an intensity to our bond.
Puppy love.
Puppy love.
People really shit on that. They shit on it. Oh, you guys are just young. It's puppy love. And I know that we tell people all the time you're young. Like, you don't have a whole lot of life invested in this. And that's the truth.
It is.
But I think puppy love, when you're in your teens, that pure, like, this is really the person that you believe you're going to spend your life with. When you haven't had trauma yet, and like you haven't had your heart truly broken, like, that is the purest form of love, because there's nothing behind it. It's just innocence. Yeah.
First time experiencing it.
Yeah. Yep. It gets better.
It does.
It gets way better. But that puppy love is something that I don't think people should shit on.
Yeah.
I think they should let people enjoy it, because the heartbreak that's going to come from that relationship, and it will come from that relationship, is a lot. So let them enjoy it. Quit shitting on people in their puppy love. Let them have it.
I'm going to have breakup kits prepared for the kids. I'm going to just have them tucked away in the closet, like whatever they're interested at the time. Of course, they're going to be age appropriate for dating. You're not bringing home a boyfriend at 13. What are you talking about? Go back to coloring Barney. I'm kidding. But I'm going to have breakup kits tucked away just in case, like the kid's favorite movie, favorite snack, most comfortable blanket, kind of things that I can only offer physically, besides like holding your hand. Like, there's really nothing I can do to take this pain away from you.
Right.
Besides try to show you things to cope with in the real world.
I think the best thing that we can do is prepare them for that with emotional intelligence.
Yes.
As they grow up.
They're pretty good now. I also want to lean into their intuition of things. They call me on stuff pretty good. Like, if they ask me a question and I pause and I don't answer, they know that I'm thinking about how to tell them. Because usually I'm either making something up off the fly and they're like, oh, okay, or I have a very quick response. So when I'm really like pausing and putting thought in, they're like, oh, mommy's about to say something. She's about to drop some bars.
Yeah.
Started dating at 16, 17. From the beginning, there was an intensity to our bond. We broke up after about 8 months, largely due to our immaturity and differing needs. During that breakup, he reconnected with a woman I'll call Mary. He told me he had feelings for her, and at one point they shared a kiss, but they never officially dated. He assured me nothing physically happened beyond that, and I've tried to take that at face value.
What if it did? You guys weren't together.
Right.
You don't own somebody.
And they don't owe you anything when there's not a
Right.
agreement.
I really don't like how people get caught up on that shit. If you and I, if something ever happened and we separated, even separated, and like we were taking time to go do some shit and we were like done. Divorce hadn't been on the table yet, but we were broke up, right? Because people break up in their marriage all the time. And you went and did some shit, I couldn't be mad about it. I'd be hurt, but I would keep that shit to myself. And I wouldn't want to know about it because I made the decision to not fight hard enough to keep you or change my behavior that let you is not the right word, that made you feel the way that you feel, that was enough to push you out the door. Right? Like that there's an accountability in that. Like there's things that I should have done to prevent you from getting that point to wanting to be with somebody else. I can't be mad about shit like that. Like you guys really need to fucking stop doing that and realize that people are going to do what makes them happy. And if you were the thing that was making them happy, they wouldn't be out fucking other people.
Yeah. I agree with all of that. One of the biggest things I had to acknowledge in myself was my sense of ownership over other people.
I get that. I actually get that.
And it was derived from a sense of control because I was lacking so much of it. It is really wild how people become possessive like that. Right? Because if someone was like, that's my phone, oh, word, I'm not touching it. It's yours, belongs to you. But if someone goes, that's my ex-boyfriend, he's an ex. He is no longer yours. He's just an ex. People saying, my mom, my daughter, there is a
Possessiveness.
sense of belonging. Yeah.
Yep.
Like, and I agree. I think people get too deep into that. And in my case, I would end up hurting my own feelings.
Yeah.
Like you said, if I'm not providing the happiness that that person is seeking or even communicating to me and I am overlooking it because what I need in this moment is more important than what you're trying to say, and then getting upset that something happens and then there's a breakup and then being even more upset that something happens outside of that.
Right.
I had all of the control in the beginning. Not all of the control in the beginning, but I had influence in the beginning.
Right.
That's a better way to phrase that.
Someone in the chat said that they're going to send it. They want to send a long email about the fact that they are struggling to go through with their wedding.
Oh boy.
I'd fucking put everything on pause.
Yeah.
I don't even need to read the email. If you're unsure about moving forward with your wedding, I'd fucking pump the brakes on everything. This is the most important decision that you are ever going to make in your life.
God told me to go through with it. Okay, so I'm going to say this, and this might challenge your faith a little bit. The Lord that I believe in would not push me into something that I feel like's not right for me.
Right.
I'm all for uncomfortable situations, but the sanctity of marriage and what that means in the eye of the Lord that I believe in, he would not push me into something that I fucked up my first marriage.
Yeah.
But that was because of me. I made that choice to continue with it. It wasn't because I felt pressured by the Lord to do so.
If God was pushing you to do this, you'd feel good about it.
Right. It would feel like it's the right choice.
Right.
And you would be getting all of those signs from the universe that this is the right path.
Yeah. All right, let's get back to the email.
We got back together in 2019 and we're in a committed relationship until 2023. During that time, our relationship went through its usual highs and lows, but I always believed in our connection. However, after our breakup in mid-2023, he began spending time with Mary again. In October of that year, we started seeing each other more frequently, but things came to a head at a Halloween party where he was drunk. I witnessed him confessing his love to Mary while I was standing there and was also saying he loved me. I'm experiencing so many emotions right now. I feel like, oh my gosh. I feel like I'm on a spinning carousel and I see all of the things that I want to say, but I don't know which one I want to land on. And it's making me nauseous. Never in my life again am I going to wait for somebody else to make a choice on where my life is going. Never in my life again will I tolerate a man saying, I'm in love with you, but I also love her. Then you're not in love with me. You may have love for me.
What's the difference?
But the man for me is only going to love me.
Right.
I appreciate the time that we've had together. You have brought so many new things for me to focus on. And I hope that you enjoy whatever you got going for you. Ladies, do not sit in a situation where somebody is going to dictate where your life goes from here. My goodness.
What do you think about the breakup and makeup game?
I think that it's a game, and I think it's a foolish game.
Well, it happened when they were teenagers, and then they got together and lasted for 4 years, and then they broke up again, and now they're getting back together again. And where's the sincerity in all of this? Where's the fucking commitment in all of this?
Yeah.
Right? Like 4 years is a long time to be with somebody and not have like...
Where are we going?
Well, yeah, right? Like after 4 years if some shit ended, I don't know, maybe, years down the road you meet somebody and you guys have new lives and you get to know each other again. I can see how that could be a thing, but you decide to break up and you go do your own thing for 10 months and you get back together again. Like you guys aren't learning. Like
right.
You're going back for comfort and like... Yes,
routine.
Routine, right. This is the devil you know versus the devil you don't.
I quietly took him home that night. That experience deeply hurt me. And although I never told anyone how much it broke my spirit, something in me shifted. Of course it did. We, as individuals, hold ourselves at different values. And that's one of those situations. If I was in that situation, I've been in that situation. And it felt like, I think I'm more valuable than this. And I love this person, but he doesn't see this value in me. Have I been wrong this whole time? And now I just got kicked down 4 pegs because I'm questioning my own reality of myself.
Right.
Be careful who you open yourself up to. The people who know you the best know the best way to hurt you. In the months that followed, he and Mary stopped talking altogether. It's now been 2 years since they last spoke, and she is currently engaged and no longer a part of his life. Since early 2024, we've been in an exclusive relationship again, but I didn't tell our friends until February of this year. Despite our effort to restart, there are lingering emotional wounds that haven't been fully addressed. Recently, he's been expressing how he feels disconnected from me. Okay, so I need to pause there. Was there any discussion of, are you still in love with Mary? How did that end? Did you walk away from her? Did she walk away from you? I would have a really big worry of me falling asleep at night and then you staying up until 1 o'clock in the morning looking at her Facebook page. Having that seed planted of, I love you, but I love her too. Am I the backup plan?
Whole lot of insecurity.
Yeah.
And it's planted.
Very planted. Bitch took root.
Yep. How do you hide your relationship from your friends for a year? Why? And more so, why do you hide that for a year?
That's a good question. Probably judgment, maybe negativity bias. Did a lot of venting.
Could be a whole lot of things, but that's you reap what you sow.
Yeah.
There's a reason that you're hiding that shit. That says a lot.
You can taste the poison when you planted that seed.
Yeah.
Oh man, I just want a whole little thing. If you wake up one day and you're like, my life is shit, i.e. this food tastes like shit, what mind state were you in when you planted that? There have been multiple studies done that the way that plants are cared for 100% affects the taste of the fruit, the way that it's grown. If it's going to be edible, if it's going to make it through to harvest.
Right.
Of course, there are other factors like environment and pH balance in the soil, watering, all those good kinds of things. And that's self-care. Recently, he's been expressing that he feels disconnected from me. He says we don't have shared interest or intellectual compatibility, that we don't, quote unquote, see the world the same way, and that I don't understand history or the deeper structures of how the world works. He tells me that although he loves me, quote unquote, with his full heart, he doesn't feel anything when we are physically intimate. When I ask how both can be true, he says this lack of feeling isn't a reflection of me, but I don't know how to not internalize it.
It absolutely is a reflection of you. This is manipulation. He's getting something from you that he's not getting from the rest of the world, which is why he keeps coming back. And you are gullible enough to continue to allow it.
Yes.
Over my fucking dead body, would I ever allow somebody to treat me like that?
No.
There's nothing more that needs to be said about this email. This is not your person. You guys have been off and on since teenagers. There's a reason for that. You're fucking not compatible.
Yeah. He
has fallen in love with another woman and told you as much to your face, and then came back for whatever reason. Maybe she didn't want him. She found somebody else. She's now engaged. She's got a thriving relationship. He keeps coming back because this is what he's got. I would not give in to this anymore. I'd fucking let him go.
She's living the life you could be living if you made the same decision.
Right.
What if she heard, I love you, but I love her too, and I'm not doing this.
Right.
And she's in a whole new relationship. She's engaged. She's thriving.
You know how many people miss out on their forever person because they were wasting time with some fucking schmuck?
I'm so glad I didn't do that.
Same.
He also confessed that he sees me as the safe option, and that was a hard pill to swallow. Oh, I called that. He says he doesn't want to leave me, but sometimes it feels like he's staying out of obligation or fear, maybe fear of me hurting, maybe fear of change, or maybe even fear of confronting the possibility that he's outgrowing the relationship or who he was in it. I've asked directly if he wants to break up, and he says no, but I can see the conflict within him.
Right. He doesn't want to hurt you.
Doesn't want to be with you.
Doesn't want to lose the comfort that he has in being there because there's somebody there to like
right.
give him whatever he needs in the moment. This is selfish. Like this is like crazy selfishness.
Yeah, using, in my opinion.
Right.
This also falls into that I'm not allowing people to make choices for me.
Yeah.
Being told all of this shit, you're not my person.
Yeah. She's making a choice to be there still.
Yeah.
I mean, she's allowing it. You are the doormat.
Right.
Before you pick that back up, there are, 50 people in here right now? 60? What does it say? You're
50.
closer than I am. I'm seeing a whole lot of names in the chat that we see all the time. And I want to take a minute to really just appreciate the fact that you guys are here and that you're supporting us the way that you do, because you could literally be doing anything else with your life right now.
But you hang out with us.
But you choose to be here, and we fucking recognize it. You guys, there are names in the chat that are in every single fucking live stream that we do. Literally everyone. Like, you guys don't miss shit. You guys support us more than the people who claim to be our friends, the people who are in our lives day to day. Like, you guys really fucking show up, and we recognize it, and we appreciate all of you. So
from my side, I know I've contributed to this disconnect. I romanticize the idea of marriage, partnership, and building a life together, sometimes without grounding that in the emotional work required to maintain it. There also needs to be the want from him to do it.
right. Some one-sided shit.
Yeah. I've struggled with my own self-worth, and when he seemed to look to another woman for connection, it confirmed a deep-seated fear that I wasn't enough, not interesting enough, not deep enough, not someone he could grow with.
No, that's bullshit. That's bullshit. You allowed another person's actions to somehow like lay validity to the fact that you didn't feel like you were good enough. You not feeling like you're good enough allowed that shit to happen.
Yes.
If you were able to see the fucking universe that's within you, you would stop tolerating that shit from people that are less than.
Either stand your ground or be the ground they walk on.
I wish people could fucking just stop hating themselves. Like even if you are not, even if you're a 2, right? Like you are just not an attractive person and you're overweight and you're all of those ugly things that society deems you as a 2. You are still a fucking person.
Right.
Take control of your life. Fix your inner work. Become a fucking spirit that takes up the room when you walk into that motherfucker. Like, you can do something to value yourself. You are 1 in 400 trillion at a chance to exist.
Yeah. What a gift.
Dude, I have such a hard time with the no self-worth thing since ceremony.
Yeah.
I take it personal because I know that we're all connected.
I get that.
Shit makes me mad.
I've had to sit with the question, what was he searching for that he didn't feel he had with me? Are you still wondering that? I'm going to ask the emailer that. I don't know if she's in the chat or not, but I'm going to ask, are you still wondering that? Because you said that he said there's no shared interest. There's no intellectual compatibility. You guys don't see the world the same way. His perception is that you don't have a understanding of history or the deeper structures of how the world works. Whether that's true or not, that's his perspective of what you guys have together. So that's what he's searching for. Part of me is afraid to even ask for advice because I've chosen this. I've had chances to walk away to start over, but I didn't. I stayed. I stay because I still believe in him and in us.
You stay because you're foolish. You have an idea of something. You're in love with an idea of something. And that's not what you have. You don't have the reality that you think you're going towards. This is not real. You're in love with an illusion. This shit is not real. Like I don't. You need to leave. This is one of those situations where you could be the other woman who's happy and engaged with somebody else that actually fucking values you.
Yeah. I would even go as far to say that this is selfish at this point. You want this man to be something for you that he clearly does not want to be. And trying to stay here and facilitate that when he has outright said, I'm not interested in it. Yes, he has love for you. I don't know if him saying that he loves you with all of his heart is his way of like soft landing the fact that he wants to end the relationship.
Probably. It probably is.
Right. But everything else that he said, love is not enough.
You know, at the end of the podcast, we say, remember, you are the author of your own life, so grab a pen.
Motherfucking write it.
We're not saying you're the bookmark in somebody else's story. And that's what she is.
Yeah. Continuing, I also know that belief alone isn't enough. I'm afraid I'm investing in a version of our relationship that no longer exists, or maybe never existed the way I thought it did. Still, I want to do the work. We've been talking about wanting to feel more connected and intentional as a couple, but I don't know where to begin. We don't seem to have shared rituals, hobbies, or goals. I'm trying to initiate conversations, plan quality time, and create space for emotional safety, but nothing seems to move the needle. I need help understanding. How can I create shared meaning and connection when it feels like we live in an emotionally separate world?
This isn't your person.
This isn't your person. Is it possible to reignite emotional and physical intimacy with one person when one person feels completely numb to it?
You both have to want that.
Yes.
And it takes a whole lot of work.
Yeah. You can try to light a fire all you want, but if that wood's wet, it's not going to take light.
You know how many people you come in contact with on a daily basis? Like for a normal person that goes to a job and like they're out in public, they go to Target, they go to Starbucks, they go to the car dealership, they go to the fucking bookstore. Like
I would say at least 100.
the amount of people that we interact with on a day-to-day basis. We are not meant to be with every single person that we interact with. Some people are just not meant to be a part of our circle or part of our whatever. You can really like somebody's vibe. You can like the way they dress. You can think that they're a great personality. That motherfucker may not like you. They might look down on you. They may think less of you, or they may look at you as a target to take advantage of.
Yeah.
The reality is not every person that you come in contact with is supposed to be your person. So to just get into a relationship and assume that of all the people in the world that you happen to land this one, that this is going to be your forever, it doesn't work that way. Especially when you're dealing with the makeup and breakup game and you're dealing with all the bullshit that you've got going on. Your person is going to want to be there.
Yeah.
They're going to want to show up. They're not going to just stick you on the back burner and come and get some pussy every once in a while. Like,
Yeah.
there's a whole lot more to a relationship than simply occupying space together.
Some people come into your life to be a learning lesson to define what you want going forward.
Absolutely. Let a motherfucker be a learning lesson.
Yes. My husband and I emotionally do live in separate worlds. The way my emotions run amok in me is not the same way your emotions run amok in you.
Nope.
What we do is we build a bridge and we maintain that fucking bridge. If we are in separate worlds, and when I hear world, I think planet, our planets are just spinning through space. And at the same time, we're trying to keep this swinging drawbridge connected between the two of us. And it's constant work, constant repair, constant wanting to go, I don't want to step outside today. It's torrential downpour. It's wet outside. It's going to be 100-mile-an-hour winds. The bridge will be okay if I don't tend to it.
No, I'm going to go tend to it because you don't have it today.
Yeah.
Tomorrow I may be tired. My back be hurting. You're going to have to get it tomorrow. I got
Yeah.
you, babe. That's how we live. That's the relationship.
That's good. Oh, I'm glad you popped in on that.
That's the relationship. That's
Yeah.
what this looks like.
The point I was going to, if you start neglecting it, that bridge is going to fall apart.
Right.
But that was a good.
Well, I mean, if only one person's tending to it, absolutely.
Yeah. Can a relationship survive when one partner feels they've outgrown the dynamic, but not necessarily the person? What does that mean? Right? Because it sounds like he's outgrown you. There are, I'm going to be honest, if somebody said all of those things to me, my response would, do you think I'm stupid? I don't understand. You're saying that there's not intellectual conversations happening. You're telling me that I don't have a deeper understanding of how the world works.
You're not sexually attracted to me.
Do you think I'm an idiot? Like that alone, I would have a very hard time coming back in towards to the relationship. Dynamics in relationships change. Routines change. So I think a relationship can 100% change, not change. I think a relationship can withstand a dynamic change, whether that be husband loses his job and now the wife's a breadwinner. He has to stay at home, do whatever maybe he has to be the primary parent now. I don't know if one person is thoroughly convinced that they've outgrown the other person and they are not willing to come down, quote unquote, to your level if they view it that way and help you get up there and then continue growing together, I don't have any advice for that. You can't change people's minds.
Right. Would you say that the example that you gave, would you say that's a circumstance change over a dynamic change? I'm hung up on the dynamic thing because when we talk about our dynamic in our marriage, we have a very like the traditional value dom sub thing that we've got going on is our dynamic.
Yeah.
So like, what would that be? What does that mean? Like, so you were like, I don't even know what that means. Like I didn't either, which is why I didn't say anything. Like if you guys had
so
go ahead.
That was my takeaway of dynamic. What the example that I gave, just for your understanding, and then
Okay.
continuing with what you were saying.
I don't know. It's gone. I thought you were about to go on to a point, so I just let it go.
No. I felt like you asked me a question and I didn't want you to get too far into whatever you were saying before answering that question.
You did definitely answer it, but
Okay.
my thought process was still going. I still stand by that though. I think that the dynamic of things, the way that was worded, she needs to explain what the dynamic was.
So I Googled the definition of dynamic. Let's do dynamic in relationship.
Yeah, dynamic in relationships.
In a relationship, a dynamic refers to the reoccurring patterns of interaction and behavior between two or more people. These patterns shape how they communicate, connect, and relate to each other. Understanding relationship dynamics, whether healthy or unhealthy, is crucial for navigating relationships effectively. So a dynamic as a pattern, relationship dynamics are not random. They are consistent patterns of behavior and interaction. These patterns can involve communication styles, emotional responses, and even the way power is distributed between individuals.
So how did she word that again?
Can a relationship survive when one partner feels they've outgrown the dynamic, but not necessarily the person?
So they're saying that they outgrew the relationship, but they haven't outgrown you.
That's pretty much what I'm getting from that. Yeah.
I don't see how that works.
I'm confused.
Yeah.
I am confusion. I'm open to hard truths. I'm not here to paint him as a villain or to ask for comfort. I'm here to understand. If there's something worth rebuilding, I want to try. And if not, I want to know how to let go in a way that honors the love we shared and the people we've become. Thank you for reading this. Your work has helped me feel less alone. I hope you can help me find clarity.
Why are you worried about trying to honor the love you shared instead of honoring yourself? That shit happened.
Yeah, like I would acknowledge what's currently happening. I want to feel valued by the man I'm with.
Yeah. All of the things that are said here that have been stated in this email that he has said to you, even in the event that you guys got back on track, your self-esteem and the belief in yourself in this relationship is so destroyed you will never come back from this. Mm-hmm. You will always live in that what if, right? And depending on how long you take between relationships and how much you learn to love yourself while single, you may bring that baggage into your next relationship. Yeah. Like the things that are stated in this email from his side of things is the type of shit that emotionally destroys people and keeps them captive. This is I didn't believe anybody would ever love me as much as he did, and I wasn't worthy of anything more than he gave me, so I stayed. And
let me tell you, coming out the other side of that, boy, is it fantastic.
Got to make that choice to change, though.
I agree.
It's one thing to say that and to logically know that you are worth it, but it's a whole other thing to truly believe it. If you don't have any experiences to show that you are, that was the period of the comment. Before everything beyond that is after the fact.
Okay.
You are allowing other people's perception of you dictate your universe.
Yes.
Other people's opinions of you and the way they treat you is a reflection of them. Mm-hmm. Granted, the shit that you put out into the universe is going to come back. And if you're putting out ugly, you're going to get ugly back. Yes. Your self-worth is not predicated on the opinions of other people. Period.
That's how people get taken advantage of.
Absolutely.
That's why criminals look for people with low self-worth, because I'm going to feed you what you need right now. You need that external validation to know that you're worth something because you can't provide it to yourself. And now you're going to be under my thumb because of it.
Right. Imagine how free you would be if you learned to love yourself and just could authentically be you. Fuck the judgment, fuck the shame and all the belittling and all the ugly that comes from other people. Like there is a freedom in just simply being yourself and finding your tribe. Second part of that said, further context, I understand limiting beliefs and all that and have done a ton of work on myself, and I keep finding myself hung up on this one thing of not finding self-love, self-worth, feeling good enough. That's because you're allowing other people's opinions of you to beat you down. I believe that everybody has self-love. Mm-hmm. If there was a train coming on a train track and it was doing 150 miles an hour speeding and you happen to be on that train track, you would do everything that you could to get off that train track. That is proof that you love yourself.
Yep.
Because if you didn't care, you would just let it hit you. Every person who said they've ever loved me has not loved me in action. Well, then they've lied to you.
Then you've been lied to.
And that happens a lot. A lot of people don't mean it when they say that they love somebody, or they don't understand the difference between having love for somebody and being in love with somebody.
Yeah, that's one of those. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you if you're going to.
No, go ahead.
I like what I like in life. And a lot of things that I like in life, other people hate. That's not going to make me not like it anymore.
Right.
I'm going to sit down and watch Sharknado for the 400th time. And I'm going to laugh just as hard as I did the first time because it brings me joy and happiness. It tickles my brain wrinkles. I don't give a fuck if it tickles the brain wrinkles around the people or the people around me. I'm going to hear your opinion about it. Just know 4 p.m. Friday, my house, I'm watching Sharknado. You don't have to show up. This is for me. Any other one around is a bonus. You know what an acquired taste is? Mm-hmm. Once you get there, it's the greatest thing ever. Be that acquired taste. Be so acquired that only a handful of people really enjoy you, but those handful of people who enjoy you are going to see you for who you really are. I'd prefer everybody else to spit me out.
Could you imagine needing the rest of the world to tell you that you're worth something instead of just knowing? Like, I don't need you to tell me I'm awesome. Mm-hmm. I fucking know I'm awesome. I love me. I don't have to be liked by anybody else. I've got my woman. My kids like me sometimes. Like,
in the times that it counts.
I have a dope fucking life. If you had no one else in the world, right? If you were I Am Legend and you were able to just go out there and pick your corn off the city streets and fucking shoot gazelles as they're running and steal brand new Ford Mustangs and whip through the neighborhoods and live your best fucking life. You might be lonely because there's no other people around, but that you're free of the judgment of other people.
Talking to mannequins and shit.
You're doing everything that you can do to fill your cup because you fucking have a cup left to fill. You guys got it. You guys got to get off that shit. You guys have got to stop allowing the opinions of other people dictate your existence. You know, I posted a TikTok last night with my pants on, showing off the new pants because somebody asked. Somebody was like, those things look really comfortable. The amount of comments that I got that was like, bro, you look like MC Hammer. You look like the guy from Aladdin or Shazam. They were trying to shit on me. Every MC Hammer comment, I'm like, hammer time. Can't touch this. I don't give a fuck, dude. I'm happy in my baggy ass pants. You can say that I'm wearing diapers. I don't give a fuck. I'm comfortable. Your opinion of me doesn't change the fact that when I go to bed at night, my wife thinks that I'm attractive, right? It doesn't change the fact that I know that I'm a good man and I'm cultivating good people in my circle to be here. So you can keep that negativity. You can go find other negative motherfuckers and go cultivate that and be depressed and be the blue jar in the TikTok I made last night. I'm not going to partake in that. I'm not going to drink it. You can do that all you want. It's not going to affect me. I know that I'm awesome. I know that I'm comfortable. I know that in the event that I step outside and it's 112 degrees outside and I get swamp ass, I'm the one who has to wear these pants. Yeah. I'm not wearing your pants. Your skibbies aren't mine. This is curated comfort. Yes. And it's fucking awesome. I don't care what you have to say. I love me. You guys need to fucking look yourself in the mirror and do the mirror thing. And I know that it sounds crazy to actually say to do that and like actually follow through with it, but our words have power. Yeah. Go in there and start giving yourself a compliment. One thing tomorrow morning that you like about yourself. Day after that, do 2 things, 3 things, 4 things. Do it until you can't find something to think about and then rehash the entire fucking list and let that be your mantra. Day 1, you think, right? Day 2, you do 2 more. Day 3, you do 3 more. And you just rehash all of those things and you just keep compounding that shit. Your word has power. Your vibration matters. Your frequency fucking matters. You will change your thought process.
One of the things I tell myself every morning is that I'm beautiful.
You fucking are. You absolutely are. And you're so fucking powerful. You know, the negative self-talk has stopped. With me. Oh, like you have corrected that shit so much that like, I don't call myself stupid anymore. Good. And like I made a joke yesterday about being fat because I'm overweight right now, and I was like, I'm just slightly pudgy. Like I had to correct myself in the video. I was like, my wife hears this, she's gonna be mad. Damn right. So I'm not a fatty. I'm just slightly overweight right now.
Yeah, people would have snitched on you too. I would have seen it.
Yeah, I'm sure somebody would have sent it to you. Yeah, I know they would have.
Hear me kicking the back porch door. Be like, oh, I know what that is.
She said, maybe I should write an email. I feel mostly confident in myself and don't give a shit who likes me and who doesn't. And I guess I've healed so much already and keep working to be better every day. But you just negated everything you said with that. But all I have ever wanted in life was to be loved in action by someone. I've never felt what it feels like to be loved. I have loved to be loved. I have loved and do love many, but I want to know what love given feels like. You need to find your person. That shit takes time. Not everybody is for you. Do you see these people that jump from relationship to relationship to relationship? They're trying to fill a void in themselves. Mm-hmm. If you love yourself and you have all this confidence and you don't give a shit who likes you and you're doing these things and you have healed to that point,
you wouldn't be chasing this still.
Right.
You read all of that, and the first thing that came to my mind is that you're a slave to this emotion.
Yeah.
Or this craving inside of you.
Well, when you're looking for shit, like if you ever gone shark tooth fishing, like hunting at the beach, you pick up everything that might look like a shark tooth.
Yeah.
And while you're wasting your time looking at this thing that could be a shark teeth are going by your feet. Mm-hmm. Because you're looking for the thing too hard.
Yeah.
When we go look for seashells on the beach, I just go do my thing. I'm not digging. I'm not picking multiple shit up. I'm just walking around the beach. And if I see something cool, I'll interact with it. Mm-hmm. And I'll bring you some cool shells sometimes. And if you like them, great. And if not, you throw them back on the ground.
Yeah.
It's no skin off my back. This is just me trying to be a part of your world. Just go be a part of your world. And if you meet somebody and they happen to mesh, great. But quit looking. Mm-hmm. Love you. Go do your thing.
The universe can feel your soul begging for it.
Yep. And you're not ready for it. If who you are right now, do you really think, and be honest, do you really think that who you are right now would be able to maintain the love of your life?
Yeah.
And it's a hard question. I'm hungry. I want to wrap up.
I'm hungry too.
Guys, thanks for tuning in. This has been a strange episode, but a good one all the same, I think. Remember, you are the author of your own life and not a fucking bookmark.
So grab a pen.
And we'll see you on the next one.
Fucking write your own story.
Yeah.